We live in a world where buying more is often seen as the key to happiness. But what if I told you that every time you buy something new, you're not just spending money, you're also harming the planet? In fact, the average American throws away 81 pounds of clothing every year, and the fashion industry alone is responsible for 10% of global carbon emissions. That's more than all the planes, trains, and ships combined. But don't worry, there's good news. You don't have to buy less to live less. In this video, I'll show you how cutting back on your purchases can actually make your life better, and save the planet at the same time. From the shocking impact of a single purchase to the surprising power of second-hand shopping, I'll share simple yet powerful strategies to help you make a real difference. By the end, you'll not only understand why buying less is the way forward, but you'll also have the tools to put it into practice. Let's dive into how doing less with your wallet can do a whole lot more for the earth. Chapter 1: The Minimalist Mindset. Freedom over fulfilling FOMO. In today's world, we're constantly told we need more. More clothes, more gadgets, more stuff. But here's the truth, buying less can give you more freedom. Embracing a minimalist mindset means valuing what you have rather than chasing after the next best thing. It's easy to fall into the trap of FOMO, fear of missing out, but did you know that this constant drive to get more is one of the key drivers of unsustainable consumption? When we buy less, we start to break free from the cycle of consumerism. The less we buy, the less we need to maintain, store, or worry about. It's like decluttering your mind, as well as your home. Studies show that the average person spends 55 minutes a day looking for misplaced items. Imagine how much time and energy you could save by owning less. One example, buying fewer things doesn't just mean less clutter, it means less stress. A study from the University of California found that people with fewer material possessions experience lower levels of anxiety and are generally happier. This shift to minimalism isn't just for the super organized. It's for anyone who wants to live a more fulfilling, stress-free life. It's not about deprivation, it's about choice. When we purchase less, we choose what we value. That's the heart of minimalism. Plus, living with less helps us develop an appreciation for the things we own. This doesn't mean we have to stop shopping altogether, it just means being intentional about it. Chapter 2: The Environmental Footprint of a Single Purchase. More than meets the eye. When you buy something, you're not just paying for the product, you're also paying for its environmental cost. Every item has a hidden ecological footprint. Take a pair of jeans, for instance. It takes about 2,000 gallons of water to make just one pair. And that's before we even talk about the dyeing process, which can release harmful chemicals into the environment. It's hard to imagine the full environmental impact of a single purchase, but the truth is, our daily consumption is a major contributor to climate change. The fashion industry alone accounts for 10% of global carbon emissions. That's more than international flights and shipping combined. In fact, if everyone in the US bought just one less item of clothing per year, it would reduce carbon emissions by 2.5 billion kilograms. That's the equivalent of taking 1 million cars off the road. When you buy less, you're actively reducing the demand for goods, which means less pollution, less waste, and a cleaner planet. The product life cycle, how a product is made, transported, used, and disposed of, takes a heavy toll on our environment. Every time you choose not to buy something, you're cutting down on all those emissions. And it's not just clothing. From electronics to food packaging, everything we consume has an environmental cost. The less we buy, the less we contribute to this cycle. Chapter 3: Slow Fashion and Conscious Consumerism. Clothing that doesn't cost the earth. The rise of fast fashion has brought cheap, disposable clothing into every closet. But the hidden cost of this cheap fashion is enormous. For example, producing a single cotton t-shirt can require up to 2,700 liters of water. That's enough to fill a bathtub 1,000 times. Fast fashion also drives the use of toxic chemicals in dyeing and textile production. But there's hope. Slow fashion is all about buying less and investing in quality pieces that last longer. Conscious consumerism isn't just a trend, it's a movement toward creating a wardrobe that values sustainability and longevity over quantity. Choosing organic fabrics, supporting ethical brands, and even swapping clothes with friends are all ways to combat the wasteful nature of fast fashion. Did you know that the average American buys 68 new garments each year? That's a lot of clothing heading straight to landfills after a few wears. If we all slowed down and embraced slower fashion, we could drastically reduce textile waste. In fact, the fashion industry produces over 92 million tons of waste each year, and a large chunk of it comes from the throwaway culture of fast fashion. By shifting our shopping habits toward quality and durability, we not only reduce waste but also support brands that focus on ethical manufacturing practices. Slow fashion doesn't just save the planet, it also saves us money in the long run. The more we buy quality, the less we need to replace things every season. If you're enjoying these tips, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the rest of the video. Chapter 4, The Slow Living Revolution. Less stuff, more joy. Slow living is all about taking a step back, focusing on the present, and embracing a simpler, more sustainable lifestyle. The slow living movement has gained traction in recent years as people realize that consuming less stuff leads to more meaningful experiences. The truth is, material things don't always bring happiness, but experiences do. Research shows that spending money on experiences rather than physical items leads to greater happiness and lasting memories. According to a study by Harvard, people who prioritize experiences over possessions tend to feel more satisfied and fulfilled in life. Buying less doesn't just mean fewer things, it means more time for what really matters: your passions, your health, and your relationships. Slow living encourages us to slow down and appreciate the things that truly matter. It's about being mindful of our consumption choices and living more intentionally. For example, instead of buying that new gadget, try investing in activities that nourish your body and soul, like hiking, cooking, or learning a new skill. Living slowly also means taking care of what we already have. Repairing, upcycling, and reusing items reduces waste and helps conserve resources. By practicing slow living, we make fewer purchases and put our energy into things that add value to our lives, not just our shelves. Chapter 5, Eco-Friendly and Second-Hand Finds. The secret power of pre-loved treasures. One of the best ways to reduce consumption is to shop second-hand. Thrift stores, online resale platforms, and local swaps offer treasures that are not only affordable but also eco-friendly. Every second-hand item you buy helps keep something out of the landfill and reduces the need for new resources. Did you know that buying second-hand clothing can cut your carbon footprint by 82% compared to buying new? That's a huge win for the environment. And it's not just clothes, you can find everything from furniture to electronics in second-hand markets, often in great condition. The best part? Second-hand shopping can be a treasure hunt. You never know what unique, vintage, or one-of-a-kind items you'll discover. And when you buy second-hand, you're often supporting local businesses or charitable organizations, which makes your purchase even more rewarding. In fact, many high-end fashion designers are now embracing second-hand. The concept of vintage has become a symbol of both sustainability and style. People are waking up to the fact that pre-loved items can be just as stylish and durable as brand new ones. If you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time. Don't miss out on more tips to live sustainably and save money. Chapter 6, The Ripple Effect. How your choices inspire global change. The idea that our individual choices can make a global impact might sound far-fetched, but it's true. Every time you buy less, you send a message to the market. The more people choose sustainable products, the more companies will listen. In fact, over 60% of global consumers now say they are willing to pay more for sustainable products. Each small choice you make, whether it's skipping a purchase, buying second-hand, or choosing eco-friendly brands, contributes to a larger movement. Think about it, if everyone in the world bought just one less item a year, we could significantly reduce global consumption and its associated environmental impact. Your actions can inspire those around you. When friends and family see you choosing a sustainable lifestyle, they may be inspired to make changes in their own lives. This ripple effect can snowball, creating a community of conscious consumers working toward the same goal, a healthier planet. Your choices matter. Don't underestimate the power of leading by example. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and join the movement towards a more sustainable lifestyle. Let's make a difference together.